From Seed to Harvest, A Beginner's Guide to Gardening by Reginald Rogers Jr. Introduction. Welcome to the world of gardening, where seeds transform into vibrant blooms, lush foliage, and bountiful harvests. Whether you have a spacious backyard or a windowsill, this book will guide you on your journey to becoming a confident gardener. From Seed to Harvest, A Beginner's Guide to Gardening offers a comprehensive understanding of gardening basics, step-by-step guidance, and practical tips to help you create your own green oasis. Let's dig in. Chapter 1: Embracing the Gardener's Mindset. Chapter 1.1: The Joy of Gardening. Gardening is a source of immense joy, connecting us to the rhythm of nature and the beauty of growth. There's a profound satisfaction in nurturing a tiny seed into a flourishing plant, witnessing the transformation of bare soil into a vibrant tapestry of colors and textures. It's a therapeutic escape from the hustle and bustle of modern life, allowing us to slow down, breathe in the fresh air, and feel the earth beneath our fingers. The act of tending to plants, whether it's the gentle care of delicate flowers or the hearty harvest of homegrown vegetables, fosters a sense of accomplishment and self-reliance. Beyond that, it provides a space for reflection, mindfulness, and a deeper appreciation for the simple wonders of the natural world, reminding us of life's enduring cycles and the joy found in nurturing the earth. Chapter 1.2: The Benefits of Gardening. Gardening offers a multitude of benefits that extend far beyond the beauty of blooming flowers and the bounty of homegrown produce. One of its most remarkable advantages is the improvement it brings to our physical and mental well-being. Engaging in gardening activities, such as digging, planting, and weeding, provides a low-impact form of exercise that enhances muscle tone, flexibility, and cardiovascular health. Moreover, the act of connecting with nature in the garden reduces stress levels, fosters relaxation, and uplifts our mood. It serves as a therapeutic outlet for mental clarity, promoting mindfulness and reducing symptoms of anxiety and depression. Additionally, growing one's fruits and vegetables promotes a healthier diet, offering access to fresh, organic produce while also reducing our carbon footprint. Gardening is not just a hobby, it's a holistic wellness practice that nurtures both the body and the soul. Chapter 1.3: Understanding Your Gardening Zone. Understanding your gardening zone is a fundamental step towards successful and sustainable gardening. These zones, often delineated by the USDA Plant Hardiness Zone Map, provide valuable information about the climatic conditions and environmental factors specific to your region. By knowing your gardening zone, you can select plants, trees, and shrubs that are well suited to the temperature ranges, frost dates, and precipitation levels in your area. This knowledge helps you make informed choices about what to grow and when to plant, increasing the likelihood of a thriving garden. It also guides you in providing appropriate care and protection for your garden, such as winterizing measures or heat-tolerant varieties, ensuring that your gardening efforts align harmoniously with your local environment. In essence, understanding your gardening zone is akin to unlocking the secrets of your landscape, enabling you to cultivate a beautiful and resilient garden that flourishes within the unique conditions of your region. Chapter 1.4: Tools and Equipment. Tools and equipment are the backbone of successful gardening, serving as indispensable aids in transforming vision into reality. From the humble trowel and pruners to more complex implements like rototillers and irrigation systems, these tools empower gardeners to efficiently and effectively tend to their plants and landscapes. They streamline tasks, reducing physical strain and saving precious time. Furthermore, the right tools promote precision and care, allowing for gentle transplanting, accurate pruning, and proper soil preparation. They also enhance safety, shielding gardeners from potential hazards and injuries. Investing in quality gardening tools and equipment is an investment in the health and productivity of a garden, fostering a sense of accomplishment and a deeper connection to the natural world. In essence, these tools are the bridge between a gardener's aspirations and the flourishing beauty of their outdoor space. Chapter 2: Planning Your Garden. Chapter 2.1: Assessing Your Space. Assessing your gardening space is a critical initial step that lays the foundation for a successful and enjoyable gardening experience. Understanding the unique characteristics of your space, such as sunlight exposure, soil quality, drainage patterns, and available space, is essential for making informed decisions about what to plant and how to design your garden. This assessment ensures that you choose plants that are well suited to your specific conditions, leading to healthier growth and less maintenance. It also allows you to plan for proper spacing, which is crucial for preventing overcrowding and competition among plants. Moreover, considering the layout and aesthetics of your space during assessment enables you to create a harmonious and visually appealing garden design. In essence, assessing your gardening space is akin to creating a roadmap for your gardening journey, guiding you towards a thriving, beautiful, and sustainable outdoor oasis that aligns seamlessly with the characteristics of your environment. Chapter 2.2 Choosing the Right Plants. Selecting the right plants is the cornerstone of a successful garden. It's a decision that involves not only aesthetic preferences but also a deep understanding of your local climate, soil conditions, and available space. By choosing plants that are well suited to these factors, you ensure their long-term health and vitality, reducing the need for excessive maintenance and interventions. Moreover, the right plant choices can attract beneficial wildlife, such as pollinators and birds, contributing to a balanced ecosystem. Thoughtful plant selection also plays a pivotal role in creating a cohesive garden design, harmonizing colors, shapes, and sizes for an appealing landscape. Whether you're aiming for a low-maintenance garden or a vibrant, lush oasis, the importance of choosing the right plants cannot be overstated, as it ultimately determines the resilience and beauty of your garden throughout the seasons. Chapter 2.3 Understanding Plant Needs. Understanding your plant's needs is akin to speaking their language, and it's a crucial skill for any successful gardener. Each plant has its own set of requirements for sunlight, water, soil type, and care. By delving into these specific needs, you can provide your plants with optimal conditions for growth, ensuring they thrive and reach their full potential. Ignoring these requirements can lead to problems like stunted growth, disease, or even plant mortality. Furthermore, attuned care to your plant's needs fosters a deeper connection with your garden, as it requires consistent attention and observation. Ultimately, comprehending and meeting your plant's needs not only yields healthier, more beautiful specimens but also grants you a more fulfilling and rewarding gardening experience. Chapter 2.4 Designing Your Garden. Designing your ideal garden is a creative and deeply personal endeavor, where your vision for an outdoor space comes to life. It begins with a thoughtful assessment of your space, understanding your climate, soil, and available resources. From there, you can start sketching layouts, selecting plants, and choosing hardscape elements like pathways, seating areas, and decorative features. It's an opportunity to express your style and preferences, whether it's a formal, manicured garden, a wild and natural landscape, or something in between. A well-designed garden should also consider practicality, ensuring ease of maintenance and a layout that suits your lifestyle. Moreover, it's a canvas for enhancing biodiversity, attracting wildlife, and providing a serene and tranquil sanctuary. Designing your ideal garden is not just about aesthetics, it's a holistic endeavor that engages your creativity, nurturing a space that reflects your personality and brings joy and solace to your outdoor life. Chapter 3 Preparing the Soil. Chapter 3.1 Soil Composition and Types. Soil composition and types are pivotal factors in successful gardening, as they dictate the availability of essential nutrients and water retention capacity for your plants. Soil is typically composed of three primary components: sand, silt, and clay, with each type having distinct properties. Sandy soils are well-draining but may require frequent watering and nutrient supplementation. Siltous soils retain moisture and nutrients well, making them fertile, but they can compact over time. Clay soils, while rich in nutrients, tend to hold water excessively and may require improved drainage. Understanding your soil type is crucial, as it guides your choice of plants and amendments. You can improve your soil by adding organic matter like compost to enhance its structure and fertility. Regular soil testing can help you monitor pH levels and nutrient content, allowing you to adjust your gardening practices accordingly. Ultimately, whether you have sandy, silty, or clayey soil, proper care and amendments can transform your garden's soil into a thriving medium for healthy plant growth. Chapter 3.2 Soil Testing. Soil testing is a vital practice in gardening that provides valuable insights into the health and composition of your soil. By analyzing key factors like pH levels, nutrient content, and organic matter, soil tests help you make informed decisions about fertilization, soil amendments, and plant selection. Testing reveals any deficiencies or imbalances in your soil, enabling you to tailor your gardening practices to meet your specific soil's needs. This not only promotes healthier plant growth but also reduces the risk of overfertilization and its potential environmental impacts. Soil testing is an essential tool for sustainable gardening, ensuring that you provide the optimal conditions for your plants while minimizing resource wastage and environmental harm. Chapter 3.3 Improving Soil Fertility. Improving soil fertility is a key objective in gardening, as it directly correlates with the health and productivity of your plants. There are several effective methods to enhance soil fertility. Adding organic matter, such as compost, well-rotted manure, or cover crops, enriches the soil with essential nutrients, improves its structure, and promotes beneficial microbial activity. Using organic fertilizers or mineral supplements tailored to your soil's specific deficiencies can also address nutrient imbalances. Crop rotation helps prevent nutrient depletion and soil diseases, while mulching conserves moisture, regulates temperature, and adds organic matter as it breaks down. Overall, by implementing these strategies, you not only boost your garden's fertility but also create a sustainable and thriving ecosystem for your plants to flourish. Chapter 3.4 Mulching and Composting. Mulching and composting are two invaluable practices in gardening that contribute to the overall health and vitality of your garden. Mulching involves covering the soil with a protective layer of organic or inorganic material, such as wood chips, straw, or leaves. This layer conserves soil moisture, suppresses weeds, moderates temperature fluctuations, and gradually enriches the soil as it decomposes. Composting, on the other hand, is the process of recycling organic matter like kitchen scraps, yard waste, and plant clippings into nutrient-rich compost. This black gold can be added to your garden beds to improve soil structure, increase fertility, and foster beneficial microorganisms. Together, mulching and composting create a harmonious cycle of sustainability, minimizing waste, reducing the need for synthetic fertilizers and pesticides, and promoting a thriving and balanced garden ecosystem. These practices not only nurture your plants but also contribute to the long-term health of our planet by reducing landfill waste and carbon emissions. Chapter 4, Starting from Seeds. Chapter 4.1 Selecting Seeds. Selecting the best seeds is a critical decision in gardening, as it sets the foundation for a successful and satisfying growing experience. When choosing seeds, consider factors like your local climate, soil conditions, and available space. Opt for plant varieties that are well suited to these factors to ensure they thrive in your garden. Additionally, think about your gardening goals, whether it's growing vegetables for sustenance, cultivating flowers for aesthetics, or fostering native plants to support local biodiversity. High-quality, disease-resistant seeds from reputable sources increase your chances of a successful harvest. Heirloom and open-pollinated varieties allow you to save seeds from year to year, preserving genetic diversity. Ultimately, selecting the best seeds is a blend of practicality, personal preference, and environmental stewardship, ensuring that your garden yields a bountiful and satisfying crop season after season. Chapter 4.2 Germinating Seeds. Germinating seeds is a fundamental step in gardening that holds immense importance. It marks the beginning of a plant's life cycle and sets the stage for its growth and development. Germination ensures that seeds are viable and capable of producing healthy plants. By controlling the germination process, gardeners can optimize conditions like temperature, moisture, and light to give seeds the best chance at success. This process also allows for early selection of strong seedlings, increasing the likelihood of robust plants in the garden. Moreover, germination offers a sense of anticipation and connection to the natural world, as it symbolizes the promise of new life and the potential for a thriving garden. In essence, germinating seeds is the first crucial step in nurturing a garden, and it embodies the essence of hope and renewal that every gardener treasures. Chapter 4.3 Seedling Care. Caring for seedlings with tender loving care is essential to ensure their healthy growth and eventual success in your garden. First and foremost, Provide them with adequate light, either by placing them in a sunny windowsill or using grow lights, adjusting the distance as they grow to prevent legginess. Keep the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged, as overwatering can lead to damping off disease. It's crucial to maintain proper air circulation to prevent fungal issues. A gentle fan can help with this. As your seedlings develop, gradually acclimate them to outdoor conditions through a process called hardening off before transplanting them into the garden. Pay attention to their nutrition, using a balanced, diluted fertilizer to encourage strong growth. Lastly, be vigilant for pests and diseases, addressing any issues promptly. By following these guidelines and providing careful attention to your seedlings' needs, you'll set the stage for a thriving and fruitful garden. Chapter 4.4 Transplanting Seedlings. Transplanting seedlings is a crucial step in the gardening journey, and doing it right ensures the health and success of your young plants. First, choose an overcast or cooler day for transplanting to reduce transplant shock. Make sure the soil in your garden bed is well prepared and properly amended with compost or organic matter. Dig a hole that is slightly larger than the root ball of the seedling. Gently remove the seedling from its container, being careful not to damage the roots, and place it in the hole at the same depth it was in the container. Water thoroughly to settle the soil and remove any air pockets. Mulch around the seedling to retain moisture and deter weeds. Finally, monitor your transplants closely in the days following the transplant, providing adequate water and protection from strong winds or intense sun until they establish themselves in their new environment. Following these steps ensures a smooth transition for your seedlings, helping them flourish in their new garden home. Chapter 5: Nurturing your plants. Chapter 5.1 Watering Techniques. Watering is a vital aspect of gardening, and the right techniques can make a significant difference in the health and productivity of your plants. It's crucial to water deeply and infrequently rather than shallow and often. This encourages plants to develop deep root systems, making them more resilient to drought conditions. Water at the base of plants, avoiding wetting the foliage to prevent diseases and fungus. Early morning is usually the best time to water, allowing the plants to dry before evening, reducing the risk of fungal issues. Use a soaker hose, drip irrigation system, or a watering can with a fine rose attachment for precise and efficient watering. To determine when to water, stick your finger into the soil. If it feels dry about an inch below the surface, it's time to water. Remember that different plants have different water requirements, so tailor your watering routine to the specific needs of each species. Adequate and mindful watering practices promote healthier, more resilient plants and contribute to water conservation in your garden. Chapter 5.2 Fertilizing Plants. Fertilizing your plants effectively is essential for providing them with the nutrients they need to thrive. The best ways to fertilize your plants start with understanding their specific requirements. Choose the right type of fertilizer, whether organic or synthetic, based on your plant's needs and your gardening principles. Timing is crucial. Apply fertilizers during the growing season when plants are actively taking up nutrients. Follow package instructions for proper dosage, as overfertilization can harm your plants. Spreading fertilizer evenly and avoiding direct contact with plant stems reduces the risk of burning. For a more gradual and sustainable release of nutrients, consider using slow-release fertilizers or amending your soil with compost or well-rotted organic matter. Regular soil testing can help you monitor nutrient levels and adjust your fertilization strategy accordingly. Remember that moderation is key, and a balanced approach to fertilizing will result in healthier, more vibrant plants in your garden. Chapter 5.3 Pruning and Training. Pruning and training plants are essential practices in gardening that influence their growth, health, and overall appearance. These techniques not only promote optimal aesthetics but also encourage better air circulation and light penetration, ultimately enhancing plant vitality and disease resistance. Pruning involves the removal of dead, damaged, or overgrown branches, encouraging new growth and shaping the plant. Training, on the other hand, directs the growth of plants, especially vines and shrubs, to desired forms or structures, such as trellises or espaliers. The key to successful pruning and training lies in proper timing and technique. It's crucial to use sharp, clean tools to make precise cuts and minimize damage. Prune in the dormant season for most deciduous plants and after flowering for spring-blooming species. Regular maintenance ensures a well-balanced and healthy garden, while mindful training can optimize space and create stunning visual effects. Overall, the art of pruning and training plants adds both form and function to your garden, resulting in a beautiful, well-maintained landscape that flourishes year after year. Chapter 5.4 Dealing with Pests and Diseases. Effectively managing pests and diseases is crucial in maintaining a healthy garden without resorting to excessive chemical treatments. Integrated Pest Management, IPM, is the best approach, emphasizing prevention, monitoring, and targeted control. Start by selecting disease-resistant plant varieties and creating a diverse, balanced ecosystem in your garden to discourage pests. Regularly inspect your plants for signs of trouble, such as yellowing leaves or chewed foliage, and take prompt action when issues arise. Hand-pick pests like caterpillars and aphids or use non-toxic solutions like neem oil or insecticidal soap. Encourage natural predators like ladybugs and beneficial nematodes to keep pest populations in check. For diseases, practice good sanitation by removing and disposing of infected plant material. Crop rotation can prevent soil-borne diseases. Lastly, always follow proper watering and fertilizing techniques to maintain plant vigor, making them less susceptible to stress-induced issues. By adopting a holistic, proactive approach to pest and disease management, you can maintain a thriving garden while minimizing the need for harmful chemicals. Chapter 6: Growing a Variety of Gardens. Chapter 6.1 Flower Gardens. Growing a beautiful flower garden begins with careful planning and a love for nature's colors and fragrances. First, assess your garden space, taking into consideration factors like sunlight, soil type, and drainage. Choose a variety of flowers with different colors, sizes, and bloom times to ensure year-round interest. Pay attention to their specific care requirements, such as water needs and spacing. Prepare the soil by amending it with compost or organic matter to enhance fertility and drainage. Plant your flowers with proper spacing, and water them deeply but infrequently to encourage healthy root development. Applying a layer of mulch helps retain moisture, regulate temperature, and deter weeds. Regular deadheading, removing spent blooms, promotes continuous flowering. Finally, be patient and observe your garden's progress, making adjustments as needed. With dedication and a little nurturing, your flower garden will flourish, filling your outdoor space with a symphony of colors and fragrances. Chapter 6.2 Vegetable Gardens. Cultivating a thriving vegetable garden is a rewarding endeavor that begins with thoughtful planning and attention to detail. Start by selecting a sunny location with well-drained soil and ample air circulation. Consider your climate and the specific growing requirements of different vegetables. Organize your garden into neat rows or raised beds, leaving enough space between plants for optimal growth. Amend the soil with compost or organic matter to improve fertility and structure. Plant a variety of vegetables to maximize yield and deter pests through companion planting. Regularly water your garden, keeping the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged. Mulch the soil surface to retain moisture, regulate temperature, and suppress weeds. Monitor your plants for signs of pests or diseases, and address issues promptly with organic remedies when possible. Lastly, practice crop rotation to prevent soil depletion and maintain soil health. With patience, diligence, and a little green thumb knowledge, your vegetable garden will provide a bountiful harvest of delicious, homegrown produce. Chapter 6.3 Herb Gardens. Creating a successful herb garden is a delightful and practical endeavor. Begin by selecting a sunny location, as most herbs thrive in full sunlight. Choose well-draining soil enriched with organic matter to ensure good root development. Herbs are generally low maintenance, but regular watering is essential, keeping the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged. You can start with seeds or young plants, spacing them adequately to accommodate their growth. Consider grouping herbs with similar water and light requirements together for efficient care. Prune or harvest your herbs regularly to encourage bushier growth and prevent them from becoming leggy. Mulch the soil to retain moisture and deter weeds. Herbs can be harvested throughout the growing season, and drying or freezing them allows you to enjoy their flavors year-round. Growing a herb garden not only provides a convenient source of fresh seasonings but also adds beauty and fragrance to your outdoor space. Chapter 6.4 Container and Small Space Gardening. Container and small space gardening is an excellent option for those with limited outdoor space or challenging growing conditions. To get started, choose suitable containers, which can range from traditional pots and planters to recycled items like buckets, crates, or even hanging baskets, depending on the plants you wish to grow. Ensure these containers have drainage holes to prevent waterlogging. Select the right potting mix, as regular garden soil may not provide the necessary drainage and nutrients. Use a high-quality potting mix tailored to your plant's needs, whether it's for herbs, vegetables, or ornamental plants. Pick plants that are well-suited to your available space and light conditions. If you have limited sunlight, opt for shade-loving plants like ferns, begonias, or impatiens. For sunnier spots, consider herbs like basil or rosemary, compact vegetables like cherry tomatoes or peppers, or dwarf varieties of fruit trees. Practice proper watering by checking the moisture level regularly and ensuring your containers don't dry out or become waterlogged. Fertilize your plants with a balanced, slow-release fertilizer or a liquid fertilizer at the recommended intervals. Finally, be mindful of container size, as overcrowded pots can lead to competition for resources and hinder plant growth. Regularly prune and deadhead your plants to maintain their size and shape. With these steps, you can create a thriving and productive container or small space garden, regardless of your limitations in terms of space or resources. Chapter 7, Harvesting and Beyond. Chapter 7.1 Knowing When to Harvest. Knowing when to harvest in your garden is a skill that ensures you enjoy the best flavor, texture, and nutritional value from your crops. Timing is crucial, and it varies depending on the type of plant. For most vegetables, harvesting when they reach their peak ripeness, just before they become overripe, is ideal. This often means picking them when they have vibrant color, firm texture, and a glossy appearance. Herbs are best harvested before they start flowering, as their flavors are most potent at this stage. For fruits, like tomatoes and berries, look for a slight softening and full color development. Regularly inspect your garden for signs of readiness and refer to specific plant guidelines or gardening resources for detailed information on each crop. By paying close attention to these cues, you'll enjoy the freshest and most delicious produce your garden has to offer. Chapter 7.2 Harvesting Techniques. Harvesting techniques in gardening can significantly impact the quality and yield of your crops. Here are some best practices to follow. Use the right tools. Invest in sharp, clean pruners, shears, or scissors appropriate for the type of plant you're harvesting. This helps prevent damage to the plant and minimizes the risk of disease transmission. Harvest at the right time. Timing is crucial. Pick fruits and vegetables at their peak ripeness for the best flavor and texture. Herbs are most flavorful just before they flower. Harvest in the cool morning or evening to retain the maximum flavor and moisture. Gentle handling. Handle your plants delicately to avoid bruising or damaging them. Support the plant with one hand while harvesting with the other to minimize stress on the stem. Cut, don't pull. When harvesting, use a clean cut rather than pulling or tearing the plant. This promotes faster healing and reduces the risk of damaging the plant or leaving behind unwanted residues. Harvest regularly. Check your garden frequently and harvest crops as they become ready. This encourages continuous production and prevents overripening or spoilage. Proper storage. Immediately after harvesting, store your crops in appropriate conditions. Some may require refrigeration, while others can be stored at room temperature or in a cool, dark place. Cleanliness. Keep your harvesting tools and containers clean to prevent contamination and the spread of diseases between plants. Labeling. If you're harvesting different varieties or species of plants, label them clearly to avoid confusion. Be selective. Harvest only what you can use or preserve to reduce waste. Share surplus produce with friends, family, or neighbors. Following these harvesting techniques ensures that you enjoy the freshest and most flavorful produce from your garden while also promoting the health and productivity of your plants. Chapter 7.3 Storing and Preserving. Storing and preserving the bounties of your garden is essential for maximizing the benefits of your harvest, reducing food waste, and enjoying homegrown produce long after the growing season has ended. Proper preservation allows you to savor the flavors of your garden year-round and is an integral part of sustainable gardening. Here are some key reasons why storing and preserving are crucial. Minimizing food waste. Storing and preserving excess produce prevents it from going to waste, which is not only environmentally responsible but also cost-effective. Enjoying seasonal flavors. Preserving allows you to savor the taste of your garden throughout the year, even when certain crops are out of season. Self-sufficiency. Home preservation techniques reduce your reliance on store-bought, processed foods, contributing to a more self-sufficient and sustainable lifestyle. Nutritional value. Canning, freezing, or drying produce at its peak ripeness locks in essential nutrients, ensuring you maintain access to healthy, homegrown options. The best ways to store and preserve your garden's bounty include canning. Canning involves sealing fruits, vegetables, and even jams and jellies in jars with high-temperature processing. This method provides long shelf life and preserves flavor and texture. Freezing. Freezing is ideal for preserving vegetables, fruits, and herbs. Blanch vegetables before freezing to preserve color and nutrients. Drying. Drying herbs, fruits, and vegetables removes moisture and extends their shelf life. You can air dry, sun dry, or use a food dehydrator. Fermentation. Fermenting vegetables like cucumbers into pickles or cabbage into sauerkraut is not only a preservation method but also enhances flavor and health benefits. Root cellaring. Root cellars provide a cool, dark, and humid environment ideal for storing root vegetables like carrots, potatoes, and beets. Jams and jellies. Preserve fruits in the form of jams and jellies, which can be enjoyed on toast, with cheese, or as dessert toppings. Pickling. Pickling involves preserving vegetables in vinegar or brine, creating tangy and crunchy additions to meals. Vacuum sealing. Use vacuum-sealed bags or containers to extend the shelf life of produce and maintain freshness. By mastering these preservation techniques, you can make the most of your garden's harvest and relish your homegrown produce throughout the year. Chapter 7.4 Winterizing your garden. Winterizing your garden is a crucial step to ensure the health and vitality of your plants during the colder months. Here's why it's important and the best ways to do it. Protection from frost. Winterizing safeguards your plants from freezing temperatures and frost, which can damage or kill vulnerable plants. Maintaining soil health. Covering the soil with mulch or winter cover crops helps retain moisture, prevent erosion, and improve soil structure, readying it for spring planting. Pest and disease prevention. Clearing away plant debris and fallen leaves reduces hiding places for pests and diseases, minimizing the risk of infestations in the next growing season. Preserving perennial plants. Many perennials go dormant during the winter, and proper winterization ensures they return in full health when spring arrives. Protecting delicate structures. Winterizing garden structures, like trellises, fencing, and raised beds, extends their lifespan and prevents damage from snow and ice. The best ways to winterize your garden include mulching. Apply a layer of organic mulch, such as straw, leaves, or wood chips, around the base of plants to insulate roots, conserve moisture, and protect against temperature fluctuations. Pruning. Trim back dead or diseased branches and stems to encourage healthy growth in the spring and reduce hiding places for pests and diseases. Cleaning. Remove fallen leaves, plant debris, and spent annuals from the garden bed to prevent pest and disease overwintering. Protecting delicate plants. Cover delicate plants, like roses or fragile perennials, with burlap or frost cloth to shield them from harsh winter conditions. Wrapping tree trunks. Use tree wraps or tree guards to protect young trees from frost cracks and damage caused by freezing temperatures and sun scald. Watering. Give your garden a deep watering before the ground freezes to ensure plants have access to moisture during the winter months. Applying compost. Adding a layer of compost to your garden bed provides a slow-release source of nutrients that enriches the soil over the winter. Planting cover crops. Sow cover crops like winter rye or clover to protect and improve soil health during the winter. By winterizing your garden, you ensure that your plants and garden structures remain in good condition, setting the stage for a successful and productive gardening season when spring arrives. Chapter 8, Troubleshooting and Common Challenges. Chapter 8.1, Identifying Plant Problems. Identifying plant problems is crucial for maintaining a healthy and thriving garden. Timely recognition of issues allows you to take appropriate measures to prevent further damage and ensure your plants have the best chance of survival. Here are some reasons why identifying plant problems is important and the best ways to do it. Early intervention. Detecting problems at their onset allows for early intervention, which often means simpler and more effective solutions. Addressing issues promptly can prevent them from becoming severe and potentially irreversible. Disease control. Identifying plant diseases early helps prevent the spread to other nearby plants. Quarantining or treating the affected plant can save your entire garden from contamination. Pest management. Recognizing the signs of pest infestations allows you to take targeted measures to control the problem. You can choose the most suitable and environmentally friendly approach, such as manual removal, biological controls, or selective pesticides. Optimal growth. By identifying nutrient deficiencies, poor soil quality, or environmental stressors, you can make necessary adjustments to provide the ideal growing conditions for your plants, promoting their health and vigor. The best ways to identify plant problems include regular inspection. Conduct routine inspections of your garden. Pay close attention to leaves, stems, and fruits for signs of damage, discoloration, or unusual growth. Research and knowledge. Educate yourself about the specific needs and common problems of the plants you're growing. Understanding the typical issues that affect each species helps in early identification. Garden journals. Keep a garden journal to record your observations, including planting dates, growth patterns, and any problems or solutions you've encountered. This can help you track issues and trends over time. Gardening resources. Consult gardening books, websites, and local gardening clubs or extension services for information and guidance on common plant problems and their solutions. Ask for help. Seek advice from experienced gardeners or local experts if you're unsure about a particular issue. They can offer valuable insights and recommendations. Integrated Pest Management, IPM. Implement an IPM approach, which involves monitoring your garden regularly, identifying problems, and choosing the least harmful methods to manage pests and diseases. Use of tools. Utilize tools like magnifying glasses, pH meters, and soil testing kits to gather more information and pinpoint specific problems. Identifying plant problems is a fundamental skill for successful gardening. It empowers you to take proactive steps to maintain the health and vitality of your plants, ultimately leading to a more fruitful and satisfying gardening experience. Chapter 8.2, Dealing with Weeds. Dealing with weeds is of utmost importance in gardening because these unwanted plants can negatively impact your garden in several ways. Competition for resources. Weeds compete with your desirable plants for essential resources like water, nutrients, and sunlight, potentially stunting their growth or reducing yields. Disease and pest vectors. Weeds can harbor pests and diseases that can spread to your cultivated plants, leading to reduced health and productivity. Aesthetic and structural concerns. Weeds can detract from the appearance of your garden, making it look unkempt and unattractive. They can also damage hardscape structures and disrupt the overall garden layout. Seed production. Allowing weeds to go to seed can result in a persistent weed problem, as one weed plant can produce thousands of seeds that remain in the soil, ready to sprout in subsequent seasons. To effectively deal with weeds in your garden, follow these best practices. Regular weeding. Make weeding a routine part of your gardening tasks. Regularly inspect your garden beds and remove weeds as soon as you spot them. Young weeds are easier to pull out than established ones. Use mulch. Apply a layer of organic mulch, such as straw, wood chips, or compost, around your plants. Mulch helps suppress weed growth by blocking sunlight and preventing weed seeds from germinating. Hand pulling. For small gardens or areas with minimal weed growth, hand pulling is effective. Ensure you remove the entire root system to prevent regrowth. Weed fabric or landscape fabric. Consider using weed fabric or landscape fabric in areas where you want to prevent weeds entirely. Cut holes in the fabric to plant your desired plants. Chemical herbicides. With caution as a last resort, consider using chemical herbicides, but use them sparingly and only as directed. Follow safety guidelines and choose selective herbicides that target specific weeds without harming your garden plants. Cultivation: use a hoe or cultivator to disrupt weed growth by cutting their roots and exposing them to desiccation, drying out. Companion planting: some companion plants, like marigolds, can help deter weeds while providing other benefits to your garden. Weed seed prevention: be mindful of preventing weeds from going to seed. Remove any weeds with seed heads before they can disperse seeds. Cover crops: planting cover crops in the off-season can help suppress weeds and improve soil health. By consistently addressing weeds in your garden through a combination of these methods, you can maintain a more productive, aesthetically pleasing, and healthy garden. Chapter 8.3 Managing Common Garden Pests. Managing common garden pests is crucial to protect the health and productivity of your plants. Pests can damage or even destroy your crops, but with effective pest management, you can mitigate these risks and enjoy a thriving garden. Here are some reasons why managing garden pests is important and the best ways to do it. Prevent crop damage: pests can chew on leaves, tunnel into fruits, and weaken plants, leading to reduced yields or crop loss. Disease prevention: some pests can carry and transmit diseases to your plants, which can quickly spread and devastate your garden. Protect beneficial insects: by managing pests, you minimize the need for broad-spectrum pesticides, which can harm beneficial insects like pollinators and natural predators. Maintain garden aesthetics: pest damage can make your garden look unsightly and affect its overall appearance. Sustainable gardening: practicing pest management without relying solely on chemicals is an environmentally friendly and sustainable approach to gardening. The best ways to manage common garden pests include integrated pest management. IPM is a holistic approach that involves monitoring your garden regularly, identifying pests and their damage, and using the least harmful methods to control them. This may include cultural practices, biological controls, mechanical controls, such as hand picking, and, as a last resort, chemical controls. Crop rotation: rotate your crops each season to disrupt the life cycles of pests that are specific to certain plant families. Companion planting: certain plants can deter pests or attract beneficial insects. For example, marigolds can repel nematodes, and planting basil near tomatoes can help deter aphids. Beneficial insects: encourage natural predators like ladybugs, lacewings, and parasitic wasps by providing habitat and avoiding the use of broad-spectrum pesticides. Barrier methods: use physical barriers like row covers to prevent insects from reaching your plants. Regular inspection: inspect your garden frequently for signs of pest damage or the presence of pests. Early detection allows for more effective control. Hand picking: physically remove pests from your plants when you spot them. This is particularly effective for larger pests like caterpillars. Trap crops: plant trap crops that attract pests away from your main crops, making it easier to manage them in one area. Organic pesticides: consider using organic or natural pesticides, like neem oil or insecticidal soap, when necessary. Follow label instructions carefully. Maintain garden hygiene: keep your garden clean by removing dead or infected plant material, as pests and diseases can overwinter in debris. By practicing these pest management strategies and staying vigilant, you can maintain a healthy and productive garden while minimizing the impact of common pests. Chapter 8.4 Preventing Diseases. Preventing diseases in your garden is crucial to maintain the health and productivity of your plants. Plant diseases can quickly spread and devastate your garden, resulting in reduced yields and aesthetic damage. Here's why disease prevention is essential and the best ways to achieve it. Protect plant health: diseases weaken plants, making them more susceptible to other stressors like pests and environmental factors. Healthy plants are better equipped to resist diseases. Prevent crop loss: disease outbreaks can lead to significant crop loss, which can be financially and emotionally disheartening for gardeners who invest time and effort into their gardens. Reduce the spread: many plant diseases are highly contagious and can quickly spread to neighboring plants. Preventing the initial infection helps stop the disease from spreading further. Sustainability: practicing disease prevention in your garden contributes to sustainable gardening by reducing the need for chemical treatments and promoting long-term garden health. The best ways to prevent diseases in your garden include plant selection. Choose disease-resistant plant varieties whenever possible. Many plant catalogs and labels provide information on disease resistance. Clean tools and equipment. Keep your gardening tools, containers, and equipment clean to prevent the spread of diseases between plants. Crop rotation. Rotate your crops each season to reduce the buildup of soil-borne pathogens that affect specific plant families. Spacing. Properly space your plants to promote air circulation, which can help prevent the development of fungal diseases. Avoid overhead watering. Water your garden at the base of plants rather than overhead to minimize moisture on the leaves, which can promote fungal growth. Healthy soil. Maintain healthy soil through proper fertilization, organic matter additions, and pH adjustments. Healthy soil leads to healthy plants. Weed management. Weeds can harbor diseases and pests. Keep your garden weed-free to reduce these risks. Disease-free plant material. Ensure that you purchase or start with disease-free seeds, seedlings, or transplants. Proper pruning. Prune your plants to improve air circulation and remove infected or dead plant material. Crop residues. Remove and dispose of infected plant debris to prevent disease overwintering in your garden. Disease monitoring. Regularly inspect your plants for signs of disease, including yellowing leaves, spots, wilting, or unusual growth. Early detection allows for prompt action. Integrated pest management, IPM includes practices like regular monitoring, early intervention, and using the least harmful control methods to manage diseases when necessary. By implementing these disease prevention strategies in your garden, you can significantly reduce the risk of disease outbreaks and ensure that your plants thrive and produce bountiful harvests. Chapter 9: Expanding Your Gardening Knowledge. Chapter 9.1: Joining gardening communities. Joining gardening communities offers a host of benefits for both novice and experienced gardeners. Knowledge sharing. Gardening communities provide a platform to exchange gardening tips, techniques, and experiences. You can learn from others' successes and failures, gaining valuable insights into what works best in your region or climate. Support and encouragement. Gardening can sometimes be challenging, and being part of a community offers emotional support and motivation. Sharing your triumphs and setbacks with fellow gardeners fosters a sense of camaraderie. Networking. Gardening communities often have members with diverse expertise and resources. Networking with other gardeners can lead to valuable connections, such as plant swaps or access to specialized equipment or knowledge. Local insights. Local gardening communities can provide specific advice tailored to your region's climate, soil, and pest challenges. This localized knowledge is incredibly beneficial for successful gardening. Access to resources. Gardening communities may have communal gardens, tool-sharing programs, or bulk purchasing opportunities for seeds and supplies, which can save you time and money. Environmental awareness. Being part of a gardening community can heighten your environmental consciousness. You can learn about sustainable gardening practices, composting, and conservation efforts, contributing to a more eco-friendly lifestyle. Community engagement. Gardening communities often organize events, workshops, or volunteering opportunities that allow you to engage with your local community and give back through gardening-related initiatives. Inspiration and creativity. Interacting with other gardeners can inspire creativity in your own garden design and plant choices. Seeing others' beautiful gardens can spark new ideas and projects. Health and well-being. Gardening is not just about growing plants, it's also a therapeutic and physically engaging activity. Joining a gardening community promotes a healthier lifestyle, both mentally and physically. Friendship. Gardening communities foster the development of friendships based on shared interests and a love for gardening. These relationships often extend beyond the garden, enriching your social life. Whether you're a beginner looking for guidance or an experienced gardener eager to connect with like-minded individuals, joining a gardening community can enhance your gardening experience and contribute to a more fulfilling and rewarding journey in cultivating your green space. Chapter 9.2: Visiting public gardens and nurseries. Visiting public gardens and nurseries is a valuable way to expand your garden knowledge and offers several important benefits. Education. Public gardens and nurseries provide hands-on, real-world examples of various plants, garden designs, and horticultural techniques. They serve as living classrooms, helping you learn about different species, their growth habits, and how to care for them. Inspiration: public gardens showcase stunning displays of plants, landscapes, and garden design ideas. Visiting these spaces can spark creativity and inspire you to try new things in your own garden. Plant diversity: public gardens and nurseries often feature a wide variety of plants, including rare and unusual species. Exploring these collections can introduce you to plants you might not have encountered otherwise and expand your gardening horizons. Local adaptation: public gardens in your region can demonstrate which plants thrive in your specific climate and soil conditions. This knowledge is invaluable for selecting plants that are well suited to your own garden. Networking: these venues provide opportunities to meet fellow garden enthusiasts, horticulturists, and experts who can share their experiences and advice, further enriching your gardening journey. Problem solving: public gardens often deal with common gardening challenges, such as pests, diseases, and weather-related issues. Observing how they address and overcome these challenges can help you better manage similar issues in your garden. Conservation and sustainability: many public gardens focus on preserving and showcasing native or endangered plant species. Learning about conservation efforts and sustainable gardening practices can foster a greater sense of environmental responsibility. Garden tours: some public gardens offer guided tours or educational programs, providing a structured learning experience and the opportunity to ask questions and gain insights from experts. Plant purchases: nurseries within public gardens often sell plants propagated on-site. This allows you to acquire unique and locally adapted specimens for your own garden. Relaxation and enjoyment: beyond educational benefits, public gardens offer a tranquil and aesthetically pleasing environment where you can relax, appreciate nature's beauty, and find respite from daily stressors. By taking advantage of the educational and inspirational opportunities that public gardens and nurseries provide, you can enhance your gardening knowledge, improve your gardening skills, and develop a deeper appreciation for the world of plants and horticulture. Chapter 9.3 Further Learning Resources. Continuing to access learning resources while gardening is essential for several reasons. Knowledge expansion: gardening is a lifelong learning journey. New plant varieties, techniques, and horticultural research are constantly emerging. Staying informed through books, articles, and online resources keeps your knowledge up to date. Problem solving: gardens can present various challenges, from pests and diseases to soil issues and climate fluctuations. Learning resources offer guidance on how to identify, manage, and overcome these challenges effectively. Skill improvement: gardening involves a wide range of skills, from planting and pruning to composting and irrigation. Learning resources provide step-by-step instructions and tips to help you hone your skills and become a more proficient gardener. Adaptation: gardening in different climates or locations may require adjustments in your approach. Learning resources can offer insights into region-specific gardening practices and plant choices. Experimentation: as your gardening knowledge grows, you may want to experiment with new plants or techniques. Learning resources provide the information you need to plan and execute these experiments successfully. Problem prevention: learning from others' experiences can help you anticipate potential issues and implement preventive measures, reducing the likelihood of problems in your garden. Inspiration: gardening resources often showcase innovative garden designs, creative plant combinations, and unique gardening projects that can inspire fresh ideas and approaches in your own garden. Sustainability: gardening practices are evolving to prioritize sustainability and environmental responsibility. Learning resources can teach you about eco-friendly gardening practices and how to reduce your garden's ecological footprint. Community and networking: online forums, social media groups, and gardening clubs are excellent resources for connecting with fellow gardeners, sharing experiences, and seeking advice on gardening-related matters. Personal satisfaction: gardening is a rewarding and intellectually stimulating hobby. Learning resources can deepen your understanding and appreciation of the natural world, enhancing your overall gardening experience. Teaching others: if you enjoy sharing your gardening knowledge with friends, family, or the community, continuous learning equips you with the information to educate and inspire others in their gardening pursuits. In summary, gardening is a dynamic and evolving hobby, and staying engaged with learning resources ensures that you remain adaptable, knowledgeable, and capable of overcoming challenges while cultivating a fulfilling and successful garden. Conclusion. Congratulations on completing From Seed to Harvest, A Beginner's Guide to Gardening. Armed with the knowledge and confidence gained from this book, you are ready to embark on your gardening journey. Remember, gardening is a continuous learning process, and each season will bring new experiences and challenges. Embrace the joy of gardening, nurture your green thumb, and watch your garden flourish. Happy gardening!